Morning, Sheila.
Morning, Juma.
It's 8 hours.
Sheila.
Yes. Juma.
Mambo.
Uongee.
Ulijoin alafu ukaenda wapi?
Mimi nimekuwa tu hapa.
Nakaa leo ni mimi na wewe.
Oe. That kind of a day. Na ni Tuesday.
Tuesday kaa tu Monday.
Na Monday ni kazi. Na wako wapi?
Wednesday usijali. Thursday nangoja Friday. Wako tu hata
Nitakuwa na apologies.
wako tu. Mmoja.
Ian, karibu.
Si Sheila unaweza kuwa moderator wetu leo.
Oe, mimi sitaki pressure.
Kwani ni
Fanya kazi
pressure?
yako.
Kuambia tu kuuliza tu watu hapa mnaona aje. Sio mimi peke yake huwa nimechangia.
I don't need this today. I don't need this pressure today.
Sio pressure.
Wewe endelea na kazi yako.
Ian. By huko kukoaje hewa nini weather? Huko kulinyesha jana.
Huku ama kwa Ian?
Huko kwetu. Kwa hiyo unajua kuna watu kwa beach huko ni jua tu. Huko.
Mtu hata beach unyesha.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you?
Morning.
I'm fine.
How are our beaches?
Juma.
They are white.
Na maisha like kwa beach kukoaje?
Kwanza saka beach house. Ebu tuanze kutrade tutoke na hizi pesa. We need a beach house.
Mwambie. Ni zanza.
Karibu ndio tunaanza bana. Hatujaanza ndio tunaanza.
Okay, zani Eric.
Karibu Eric.
Ni Eric.
Niko salama bana.
Upande gani ya Kenya?
Niko Nairobi.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sawa, tuangalie nini wengine wakitujoin, tuangalie GBP, JPY. So we've been looking at this pair for a week now or 2 weeks now, and we agree on a daily chart that we're in a bullish market, and especially after we've tried to the bears tried to breach this area to go downside, but they were unable, and so we've been expecting to go upper. In 4 hours it's been a ranging market, but until today we can see that we are trying to breach this area to go to the downside, to the upper side. in 1 hour's chart, it's clearly broken. And so yesterday, like we said, we'll be watching out for the retest at this price. Remember, yesterday there were bank holidays, so the market was a bit slow. And today, I can see the buyer have activated. So for those who've been left out with this, we'll be looking for some sort of resistance at later hours during the day. But again, we remember that we have some minor SNR areas around the way. We'll be watching for this, but our first main target is here. So this is where we'll set our take profit for the first time, apart from the scalpers. For those who are scalping, it is okay. You can catch the few pips as we go up. So that the analysis for JPY. The reason we're saying that is because we're using the SNR area here for the price action majorly. As you can see, there was some sort of a range, and thus it has broken out. We were expecting to go upper, and that is what exactly happened. So I think Eric, wewe ndio hujakuwa kwa hii analysis before, sijui unaonaje kama umeelewa juu tumepitia juu because sisi tulikuwa tumepitia tena.
Oh yeah, what I've been seeing the support area.
Yes.
Truly it has been broken. I don't know whether it's going for a retest again before it goes up.
Well, you can see that it has tried the retest a number of times. Again, this was our area of interest, so it retested this area. So if you've been left out with this train, it's not still very late, but again, you need to take caution with your with your risk management. But if you don't feel safe here, then we'll wait for some other support and resistance area so that we can get some retest and get back in the market and buy more. That is it for the end.
Okay.
So it has not moved many pips, as you can see. In a try to breach the area, it has not fully breached. But again, we'll watch for the London market. We should be very careful because the London market is open today, and yesterday it was closed. The banks were closed, so it might have some minor effects on this currency pair. But if your stop loss will be below this area, then you might be very safe. If your stop loss will be below this area.
Yes. Juma, where our target ziko wapi? Where tuna target wapi?
Ndio hii nimeweka hapa.
Yeah.
Hata ukiangalia in 1 hour hatuna major resistance on the way. So,
yeah. I can see.
But like I said, it might be a slow market. As you can see, pia kuna some minor SNR on the way. So yeah, but there is no major one. This is the major one, and that's why it is our first target.
Okay.
Okay, so unajua si ni analysis tu, unajua hatuwezi kwa hii meeting like tunaweza pata like entries. Hatuwezi sema like you enter here like kama unapewa ka signal.
Entries
so ni the natural tu. Ni kwa mtu ni personal.
Entries ukitaka maybe kama uko na shida na entries maybe sa utuone kando, we can go deeper into that. But as for analysis, we do not have that much time. So we do the overview, and in most cases I don't think tumewahi hata analysis as at now. Sidhani kuna analysis hata moja imego against our way, because kama unaona tulianzana na hii pair huko sell na tumebuy. So for the USD card, so for the USD card na Euro card tutaziruka for now, tutapitia zikiwa before tumalize the others. So for the Great Britain pound against the US dollar, again this market tumekuwa tukisema it's a bearish market, and especially on the daily chart because it tried to breach this support area and was unable. You can see it formed a double bottom. In 4 hours, you can see there was some call this a cap formation, some a U formation. There are a lot of narration on this market. But in 1 hour, it is very clear that the bulls have taken over the market, and especially someone please mute your mic. Especially because we were looking at this area as our area of interest, and we said that once we breach this area, we will be looking for buys, and that is what exactly happened. It came to retest this area we had analyzed here, and we said if it went down this area, we will be looking for sells. We'll no longer be looking for buys, but that never happened. And so it came and it was able to breach this area and form some sort of a range, and now it is on the breakout. So I can see one of us managed to get this trade in the morning and has made a good pips, I think $100 in the morning, so that is good. So we'll be looking to go up to this to this SNR area that I have highlighted. This is our area of interest because it is a major SNR area, as you can see, whether in 4 hours or in 1 hour. You can see this is our first SNR area. But once it breaches this area again, we'll be looking for higher highs. But we won't go beyond this area without some sort of resistance. We will face some resistance here, so we must be ready for it. But that is it for the GU, unless you have a question about the candles, about how we came up to that. Anyone? Angela, karibu sana.
Juma.
Yes.
So this guy is ready for a buy.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. You see, yesterday, if you remember yesterday, Sheila, we were waiting for some retest here. And we actually said that it might come around 50%. I remember there were a number of pairs, gold and some other currency pair. We said that it might come up to 50% of this to retest, and then we'll be looking for buys up in there. So this was our area of retest. And I remember giving an analogy. I don't know whether it was on this pair, but I remember giving an analogy of how I would never buy a goat when the price is high. And so I was waiting the price to come down so that I can buy. And that is what exactly happened. So this is a higher price. Yes, you can still buy because our focus is up there. This is our focus. So you can still buy here. But again, you must use a lot of risk management and a smaller lot size until you get another SNR area, which might form not so high, might form around here. So you must be very careful. But yeah,
Juma,
you can get some few entries here.
Juma.
Yes.
Sasa like we are on these markets, like to take out the previous like penye like the high Kenya, the bulls alikuja kwanza ka take out the market. Like net kiasi. Like huku. Tuliteka out huku, si ndio? Ndo tukascore a point actually, ndo tukaretrace, ndo tumecome to sasa take out the high, for which this market from a high, si ndio? Zoom out kiasi. Na zoom out tena. Like to the previous, like on its left. Bado twende tena.
Kabisa?
Yeah, kabisa penye yani kuna kando lingine. Juu tunapata traffic when the buyers waliifika hapo. Okay, this zone. Like unaona like how the market behaved at this zone penye sai market iko. The buyers actually hapa hivi walikuwa na nguvu sana. The buyers akikuja wakipanda hivi wote juu. Like unaona like kulikuwa na direction where the buyers walikuwa na buy actually the market kwenda up.
Yes.
But kufika this zone, you can see what the market did.
Yes.
The sellers actually were present at this zone sana, wakarudisha the market actually at this point.
The price was
the same thing ukiangalia into the past.
Yes.
Penye tunapata hapa hivi ni harami cross. Like an harami cross inakuanga like a candlestick, inakuanga a candlestick pattern inasemanga like kuna reverse, but actually it must be supported in the market. Lakini sasa hapo hivyo hakuna reversal kenye inaweza fanyika hapo, na unaona like kulikuwa na a lot of sellers hapo hivyo. So mwenye unaona like amekula profit saini mwenye alibuy from that low wakuja score that point. Actually kama umescore the point, we need the buyers actually. Kama kuna sellers at this zone, mtu Kenya anatafuta sahi buys ni after retracement kiasi. Haya through the present sasa. Do like we don't look for buys at a resistance zone. Kama venye tunafanyanga like we don't look for sells at a support zone.
Yeah.
Lazima kwanza tu take yani clear. Ukiwa kwa support zone ndo mtu anatafutanga like okay, can we buy? Ukiwa kwa resistance unasema oh, can we sell? Ndo tukisasa bridge those zones ndo mtu anasema sasa like okay, tusha retest.
Yes.
We have confirmed that the previous resistance is the current support. Now can we buy? Hapo sasa ndo mtu anasema okay, kulingana na judgment yangu I can buy the market. Juu unaweza kuwa buy at any market lakini unapata like you incur a lot of losses. Juu ukoangalia like the past inakaa aje.
True.
So songesha hii stuff kiasi like the tools.
Like
Wewe uko na rectangle niangalia sioni the market. Yeah. Unaona penye sasa tuko tumebridge.
Tumebridge hii area, we are just remaining with the week.
Hii zone yetu tu. The previous one. Yeah. Kama tumebridge that zone pia unaona like into the past venye inakaa.
Yeah.
The same too. We are at that zone tu kabisa. So like we look for up yenyewe tunaenda juu kiasi lakini ndo tu confirm kwamba tuna buy, tunaona like hapa hivi kulikuwa na resistance. So can we confirm kwamba ni support hapa hivi? Juu huyo mtu Kenya shakula alikula kutoka hapa chini. That $100 pia amebuy yote mzima hadi hapo. So ako justified kukula hiyo pesa yake pia. Lakini sasa ukiingia hapa hivi the market itakuwa inasema okay, tufanye aje, like atujui what the market can do in the future lakini lazima like tukuange tu cautious in the market.
Yes, we must.
Lakini it is a nice trade.
Yeah, it is a nice trade, but ndio nasema it is a risky area because the price has moved. So if you have to
target yangu ni huko juu to the same na wewe. I'm still targeting huko juu. The buyers are present in the market.
But ukiingia sahi expect some we be ready for anything because kunaweza kuwa na some sort of small retest because of this week and especially the opening of the London market. But after that, this is our main target. So for this week, tutakuwa tuna expect kufika hapa. Whether ni leo, kesho, ama hata Friday. But, yeah, this is our target for the week. Sijui kama kuna mtu mwingine ako na concern about the GU. I think sioni mtu. So for the Australian dollar, the Aussie USD, same analysis with yesterday. We said that once we breached this area, it was confirmed as a buy. And yesterday we were looking for buys. Tulikuwa tumefika wapi jana? Tulikuwa tusha breach. I think we were somewhere here. This is where we were yesterday. And tukasema yesterday we were waiting hatutaingia kwa market because the market we were experiencing some bank holiday plus it was just from a weekend and the price was higher, so we were waiting for a retest and the retest happened and now we are taking off. So you should have gotten into this market if you are keen on yesterday's trading because now our next target is here. This is our next target. Like we just said in the GU, we prefer to get into the market when the price is lower. But now that it has left, the train has left the station, then you need to look for new entry positions where we will be waiting for some retest. The best places to get into the market, like Ian said, is when we have some support and resistance. So once there's some sort of retests and the price is lower, you get your entries. If you had a position from here or here or here, you also get to add positions as we go up. Sijui kama nina make sense. Kuna kama mnaelewa.
Any a lot of sense. Unajua mtu ataangalia from the perspective kwamba hiyo ni pesa. What positions actually you're adding to your bag?
Yes, so if you have to add positions, then it is on the way on those areas that we've highlighted. again, always remember that the opening of different markets affect the markets, some volatility here and there. So we expect like this an Aussie dollar. So we expect some things to happen during the New York market. It can be a push, it can be a pull, but all through we are expecting that we will be able to reach this point at the end of the week or even the day. So it just depends with you on your entries. So if you miss this area and then you miss this area, because I understand, you see, people like those who trade with FTMO cannot hold trades over the weekend unless it's the swing trade account they opened the other day. So this was our perfect entry. You're still not very late, but still you should be very careful, as it can we can experience some sort of resistance. That is it for the Aussie dollar. For the euro dollar, remember tunapitia hizi vitu haraka haraka because tulikuwa tumezipitia. Euro dollar pay imekuwa the same, and this was our main support resistance area. And tukasema once we reach this, we'll be looking for higher highs, and that is what exactly happened. You can see that in a daily chart, it's a bullish market. In 4 hours, it's a bullish market now because the bulls have taken over, and especially because they've reached this area. And so we will be looking, this is our new target. This is our new target. There is a reason as to why I'm not highlighting the upper side, because tukifika hapa we are expecting some sort of resistance, and so tunaweza pata some consolidation. But at the end of the day, if it breaches this area, we'll be looking for higher highs. But for now, this is our higher high, and we are looking to go up to this area. So you should be careful once you set your take profit around this area. That's why I have not highlighted any specific area, and especially not the topmost part, because you can see that the sellers were unable to breach this, were unable to make higher highs. The buyers were unable to make higher highs the previous time, and it proved that the seller was very strong. So we will be looking to take out this seller completely once we breach this area, and then we'll confirm that we are looking for higher highs. So that is for the Euro USD. Unless Ian, sijui kama uko na comment on that. Ian?
Niaje? Niko hapa.
What do you unaonaje juu ya Euro USD?
Unajua Euro USD, like really capture that trade from all the way from the beginning when the engulfment ilitoka tu from the, unakumbuka tukisema like from there, like from where our support zone ilikuwa the engulfment.
Yeah.
I was on that trade hadi tukikaribia like our previous. Kwanza niko na chepe nilikuwa. Hadi sasa tukiangalia hivi mimi nashangaa, why did I exit this market? Nilitoka na hapa. This zone.
Patience muhimu bwana.
Like ilikuwa ni hold for a week.
Yeah, patience muhimu.
Yeah. Lakini bado ni tamu. Euro USD ni bullish.
Yeah, until hii area tume highlight hapa.
Yeah.
So tutaanza kuwatch tukiwa hapa ndio utaanza kutake profits zako. Kuna some scenario area kidogo hapa, so this will be a big resistance for us. Before we breach this area, we will watch it very closely.
Yeah.
For the USD card.
USD card ina retrace. So
USD card inaenda down bado.
Lakini jana ili capture a trade by the way from, unakumbuka penye ulisema the resistance, like from the support. Nili buy at, I bought at 1.25896. So like nilikuwa nangoja like that rebound of prices, like when ilikuja kwa the previous support. Kulikuwa na an hammer. Market ile hammer hii, unaona? Yeah, the market madini ukienda kwa 1 hour ndio iko mzuri. The market kwanza kulikuwa na long shadow. Ibwenda 1 hour. Like tunajua tulikuwa tushafanya hiyo analysis kutokea hiyo, tulikuwa tunasema kwanza tulikuwa on a previous range. The range kwanza tulianzianga nayo ilikuanga, let me draw. Ile range yetu ya kwanza. But tulisema when the prices itaenda juu, alafu irudi ndani. But actually kitu kwenye prices ilikuja ikafanya tena, it came back to that range.
Is there any information that you can derive from this?
Mi nasema tu juu we are on a support zone. Sasa unaona penye tuko ni tunaelekea kwa support by the way. Or ama like for the first time kulikuwa na support where the market kulikuwa na hiyo the whole downtrend where the market came down, and actually kufika hapo hivyo ndio the market actually ika bounce back, then came and retest that point, alafu the market now bounced up ikaenda juu. But this time market imekuja hadi hapo chini ikaacha this candlestick it is an hammer yenyewe, it is an hammer, but the shadow pia unaangalia the wick is so long. Ebu zoom in hapo ndani, zoom into the support zone. Tuko na one support unaona penye line yetu iko tu, hiyo ndio support yetu. Then Juma,
Yes.
so like this support zone nataka like we make it when you do hii pia ilikuwa ya jana. So like on the engulfment unaona penye like kulikuwa na shadow, kukakuwa na engulfment on the low ya engulfment kabisa, chini yake low kabisa hapo. Hiyo ndio the hammer. Sasa kulikuwa na engulfment where the bulls came into the market.
Wali engulf hii candle kabisa.
Yeah. So the low yake chini yake tu.
Kuniweke chini ya engulfment.
Let me show you. At the low. Hapo. So like hapo ndo actually the bulls walikuja by to this support zone. Hii ndio ilikuwa support zone yetu ya kwanza. Unaona? Where the market tulikuwa tunajua hadi the market ikikuja aje chini, hapo ndo support zetu. Hapo sasa ndo mimi nikabuy at 1.25896, lakini sasa the market ilienda tu juu kiasi. Actually to this point tu peke yake. Unaona hadi jasonga sana.
Yeah.
Then kukakuwa na hii retracement mbaya sana sasa hii. Like the market actually na retrace kwenda chini. So like like what is the engulfment? I want to see like what can happen. Like an engulfment to me inamaanisha like the bulls actually entered the market over there.
So
yeah.
For me, I think when I'm looking at this market, I think it's a tricky one, like we said before, and and especially because you see this is a USD pair, and you can see that the other USD pairs are going up, so we're expecting this to go down, to go down.
Yeah.
But according to our analysis, according to analysis, we have a very strong support area. So the worst that can happen here is to continue with this consolidation for quite some time.
Yeah.
So that is also a possibility, because you can see the other currency pair, the opposite ones are buying. We're expecting a bullish market. So it is unlikely that the USD card will be bullish quickly.
Yeah,
we're expecting the market to go up, but it may not be bullish quickly. And again, remember, we also have another support area here. Yeah.
What is happening in the market? Tuko na bears market sana.
Yes.
Lakini these are very interesting pair by the USD card na Euro card inakuwa interesting pairs.
Yeah. Very interesting. So personally, I avoid the USD card. Sijui kwa nini. I'm not a fan of the USD card that much. But as you can see, we also have another support area. So it is likely, if it breaches this point again, we'll be looking for this area. Tunasemanga hivi because this thing happened wakati atuko maybe kwa analysis. And so you should be able to make your own decision at that moment. We cannot spoon feed everyone. So once it breaches this SNR area to the downside, then this is our target. But in case it
Yeah.
goes up, we'll be watching this resistance area first, and once it breaches again, we'll be looking to make higher highs and even breach this area. So that is it for the USD card. Otherwise, USD card has been unclear for how long? Since last week. So, but at the end of the day, this week, before we close the week, we'll be expecting a breakout.
USD card ilianza kumisbehave on 27.
And still tuko hapa. So Euro card the same. Tulikuwa tumesema this tuliweka kwa watch list yetu, tukasema we'll watch it. This is in 4 hours. Inakaa hivi, and in 1 hour inakaa hivi. As you can see, it has not breached the support area that we had lastly. Neither has it breached the resistance area that we have. But the general overview of the market was we are looking for buys, as this guy has not been taken out and he's the one who activated the buys. You can see that these bulls have tried to hold this area, this price, and even they tried to make a lower but was rejected very quickly. So this does not count for now. And like Ian said, we can say it hammered in. The bulls we may be looking for more buys, but until we reach this area, we will not be looking for anything. So that is it for the Euro card. We are still pending. We will not do anything about it. Only scalpers can trade that market for today. Sijui kama tuko pamoja.
Unasikia Juma? Unaona like that hammer. Ukiangalia the week. Unaona like the week is very tall. It is a very tall long, yani week yake venye ime week ndani.
Yeah.
So when ukiona like Japanese wanaitanga a long shadow, like ni hammer, but inside the hammer pia wataita a long shadow. Juu pia the shadow kwenda chini ni very long. Like the bears actually covered a lot of distance, lakini the bulls wakatoa that distance can cover na a short time sana. Yeah. So these long shadows that bounces from a support zone. Sasa unaona like where the market imebounce hapo hivyo.
Yeah.
Like it is a very strong support zone hapo hivyo penye ili bounce out. Yes. So a long shadow candle that bounces from a support area or appears in a oversold market. Pia unaweza pata market zingine ziko oversold. Like unaona the market actually ukiangalia dina chako unaangalia like market like the sellers actually wameuza, lakini mtu unaweza tumia that indicator kenitoa like the in oscillator relative strength index ina measure tu ukiweka period ya 14 na kumesharia like the oversold market ama overbought market. Sino like unaweza angalia tu from that point. So this could be an important clue that the bears are actually losing control. So tukipata like this one, kama this market venye umeona like that shadow venye imeform kenye tumesema the market actually hammered in. Yeah. That candle actually ukiangalia ili happen on a support level. Yeah. And actually that was a very important clue kwa market kwamba the bears are losing control hapo hivyo. So the bears walikuwa na push the market down, but actually when that candle actually came, like a signify like the bears hapa hivi wana lose control. The next candle came, but unaona like the sellers actually hawakuwa sana for that market. Then the next candle that came into the market actually was an engulfment. That engulfment sasa ili signify kwamba actually the bulls are now in the market. And actually kutokea hapo sasa ndio ukapata the confirmation kwamba the bulls walikuwa hapo na wakaenda juu kiasi. So like unapatanga these candles zinakuwa na significance kiasi juu pia inakuwa indicators on some levels of the market.
I agree what you're saying. So are we expecting some retracement here?
Yeah, sasa hii tuko na level of support sasa. Tunaweza sema the market penye iko sasa hii tumepata support level. So the hammer penye tu like sumeka di 1.484 hapo. Yeah, that's a beautiful support kwangu sasa hii.
So inaweza fika hapa, but ikibreach downwards tutakuwa a bit curious, but again pia tutakuwa tuna watch on the upper side. Ikibreach this area to confirm that it is a buy. Before it breaches this area, tutakuwa tuna look for any buys. And like I always say, even not trading is good trading.
Yeah.
So USD JPY imekuwa unclear for quite some time, na tulikuwa tumesema we avoid it as well until they have a direction of the market. We still do not have a good direction on the market. In a daily chart, it's a buy, but in 4 hours, you can see it's a consolidation, and that's why we are avoiding it. And in 1 hour, it's a buy, but still in a consolidation. So yesterday we were somewhere here, and we said that we may be looking to get to this point or even go upper. And hatujafika lower, but tunaona imeanza kuform going down. So we don't know whether it will breach this area to the downside or it will buy. Ukiangalia in 30 minutes, you can see that in a retrace up to this area. So again, like I said, for scalpers, this might be okay. For intraday traders, I think we need to be more patient, and even the swing traders. This is not our setup for today. But for the swing traders, we may be targeting these small pips and get out of the market, get in once we confirm that we are going up. So for the scalpers, it's a different case. But for us, the intraday traders and the swing traders, we keep off the USD JPY. The oil. We only have 5 minutes, that's why I'm rushing, unless there's a question. For oil, it's been a beautiful setup all along. And we said that once we reach this area, we were expecting to get some sort of a rough market. And that's what exactly happened. Yesterday, we did retrace a bit. We went up to make some double top, but this is not a clear double top. So we are expecting to breach this area. And once we breach this area, we'll be looking for more buys. And our first target will be here. This will be our area of interest. But so for today, we'll be watching out for oil to see whether it will breach this area or it will come downwards to this support area. So for the oil again and its volatility, and most of us here are beginners, I would suggest again we stay away from it until we have a clear direction of the market. You can see that for now it's not that clear. There are some dips as well on the candles. So this is a tough area for now for us, especially with the previous resistance area.
Juma.
Yes.
Nakumbuka jana nikikwambia price ili gap. Price ili gap.
Yeah.
Like unaweza like penye nilikwambia kutakuwa na resistance to umangalia like how that price gapping the resistance na work.
Yeah.
Like it is still holding hadi saa hii.
Yeah, exactly.
69.25 level.
And ndio tunasema
at the top
tunafaa ku watch out in between these areas so much.
Yeah. Sasa tulikuwa na by the market ingekuwa ime drop but ikaform na harami pattern. Unaona like kulikuwa na market iliengal baada ya ku bounce off that 69.25 resistance level. And actually ilikuwa inadai kukam chini. But actually when the market ikaona like the engulfment will come into the market baada hiyo bounce of the resistance of the price gapping, lakini sasa ukapata hapo like the market ikaform an arami pattern baada ya bounce like off from the resistance. Like the market actually the bears came in, but ukipata an arami patterns zinakuanga like more like kama the market ingeenda chini tu ingekuwa poa. Ingekuwa poa sana. Yeah.
Time yetu imetuishia.
Yeah, naona.
Ndio nilikuwa najaribu kuambia, so sijui kama tutakava gold and silver, but same analysis as yesterday. We are looking for more buys, and I can see that tumemaliza. It's like we are almost done with the retest, but tunaweza expect some retest on these retests, and then we look for more buys. We can also look for more buys if you know your account can hold this retest and place your stop losses down here. We said that our target is up here, this candle, this bar, sorry. So once we reach this bar again, we'll be experiencing some big level of resistance. We should be ready for that. So I think that is it for today because we do not have much time and our analysis are taking longer than usual. We'll be looking for specific. In case you need some, you can always get us to our inbox. Have a good day, guys. May the pips be with you.
Same time,
same place tomorrow. Subscribe to our YouTube channel as well.
Thank you very much.
Karibu sana.